This video was recorded during the National Narrow Gauge Convention in 2021. This is the end of the line of the Doe River Gorge Railway, running along the original East Tennessee and Western North Carolina Railroad. At the time this video was recorded, on August 31st, 2021, the summer camp was in the process of replacing a whole bunch of cross ties so that the railroad would be durable enough to support their brand new, fixed-up, fancy steam engine. At this point on the train tracks are not in good enough condition to support the train that they run on a regular basis, but they are heavy enough to support the speeders. And here is the last stretch of a couple hundred feet before the bridge, which is out of service. After the ET and WNC was abandoned in the 1950s or so, the train tracks were ripped up, and then in the 1960s, the tracks were replaced with old rails from the Smoky Mountain Railroad, which used to run to Sevierville, Tennessee. And strangely enough, the Doe River Gorge now is in possession of some railroad equipment that was on display beside some other railroad equipment from the Smoky Mountain Railroad when it was on display in front of what is now Dollywood. But that's another story, and you can probably look around Doe River Gorge's YouTube channel and find some clips of that railroad stuff. But anyway, this rail was originally from the Smoky Mountain Railway and was relayed here in the Doe River Gorge in the 1960s, and it was used as a theme park of sorts, and they ran all the way up to tunnel number 5, if you could call it that. And I believe it's tunnel number 4 on the other side of this bridge that we're approaching. Now, the train tracks still run up to that, but they have taken out a short little section of rail so that nobody feels tempted to take their speeder up to it. But right now you can't even get a speeder to that because of this rock slide, which has a tendency to happen in a place like the Doe River Gorge. The people at the Doe River Gorge were kind enough to make a little bit of a footpath for us so that our bus tour could walk all the way to the current end of the line. And really a little bit past the current end of the line. As of the recording of this video in April of 2022, the Doe River Gorge has received a tie inserter, which they are re-gauging the 3-foot gauge. Hopefully that will speed up the process of redoing the train tracks all the way to this point. And if somebody has a few $1 million laying around, I'm sure the Doe River Gorge would appreciate it for new materials. And maybe, if there's enough $1 million left over, replacing this bridge, which I don't think is the highest priority for them right now, because even if you replace the bridge, there's a tunnel on the other side of that, and then on the other side of that tunnel, another bridge that probably needs to be fixed up. Anyway, I'll be quiet now so you can enjoy the peaceful sounds of the Doe River Gorge during the National Narrow Gauge Convention of 2021, as recorded through the rather poor microphone of this DJI Osmo Pocket 2.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but you got to go down front, right?
Good question. Good question.
There's a tunnel right on there.
Oh, I see the tunnel.
And then right after that tunnel, there's
You and many others.
There is a path down the backside.
You and
The overgrown.
the copper head from the water box.
Yeah. Number 1. right to the other side of the central bridge.
That's amazing.
I crossed that. Yeah, I
Another bridge.
said,